We got one piece, 600 pounds. We're going 1,268 loaded miles to Westlake, Louisiana, due by 5 p.m. Central tomorrow. It is now 1:12 Eastern, so we got plenty of time. We got this guy's way. Got somebody want to get loaded up. We're here in Mount Pleasant, PA. And as I said, we're going to Westlake, Louisiana. Not the greatest area, but as I said, 1248 on the loaded miles, and we got this all in at $1,700. So it's not going to the greatest area. It's kind of near Houston. It's in the Lake Charles area, but it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So worst case scenario, probably end up moving over to Houston tomorrow night if I can't land nothing during the day tomorrow when I get this off. I'm anticipating getting this off by about noon Central tomorrow is what I'm hoping. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this paperwork done, get everything sent in, and I'm going to take off and get rolling. I'll check in with you guys later. Alright guys, so I wanted to give you an update on the load that went to Louisiana. Dropped in Louisiana at about right around 10:30, 10:45 a.m. Got out of there pretty quick. Wasn't too bad getting in and out of there. Any of you that are out here, it's right, delivered, got off the exit right over going west, right over that bridge in Lake Charles on I-10. The first exit right there, got off of there by all those refineries and whatnot, so it went back that way a couple of miles. Got that dropped off. I didn't even waste no time sitting around there during the day. I went ahead and took off and went right over to Houston, which was just a little over 100 miles. So ended up spending the day in Houston. It's Saturday right now, just to let you know. So got over to Houston a little after 1 o'clock. Didn't land anything, man. Now I was being selective. I'm trying to get one more load before the week's over, and everything that was popping up yesterday was delivering Monday, and I didn't want that. And plus, I also have a driver that's in the area, and he's up first before me. The only way I'll get out before him is if it ends up being a team load. So other than that, he'll go first. So on this load, on the way down, when my co-driver OTEP was driving, his settings on his map is set to where the most fuel efficient. We use Google Maps. Any of you that use Google Maps, I don't like that fuel efficient setting, so I take that off, and it was turned on his. So when he drove, the bad thing about that is that any of you that are familiar with the Google Maps, it'll come up and say like if there's a fast route available. But if it's wanting to change you from the fastest route or the current route and change you to the fuel efficient route, it'll say better route available. And it doesn't even give you the option to decline it. It just automatically does it if you have it set in your settings that that's what you prefer. So that's what ended up happening to him, which wasn't the fastest route. It claimed it was the most fuel efficient, so lost like 45 minutes on that, which wasn't no big deal. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because you need to be mindful of like your route options and what's going on with it. Be familiar with how your GPS or the Google Maps or whatever you're using to map out your trips. Make sure that you're familiar with how it works, so that you can so you don't get messed up. Because if you're not familiar with it, like I said, it can route you the wrong way, or something stupid may happen. Just kind of be familiar with that. Which kind of ties me into another thing. As a driver, don't lollygag unless you know 100% that the load you're on isn't going to pick up or deliver until a particular time for sure. Other than that, you should always want to be there as quick as possible. Be efficient with everything. especially when there's brokers involved, because brokers are just going to constantly, badger you. And I'm sure any of you that are doing this, you've had brokers call you. They shouldn't. They should call dispatch. All the communication should be between the dispatch and the broker, not the driver and the broker. And it's not for anything like, oh, you don't want the driver to not know nothing. No, it's the driver needs to do what they're doing. If the driver stopped getting a nap, I don't want the broker calling my driver and waking him up and screwing everything up. I know what it's like to have that happen. So, any of you that experience that and the broker's calling you instead of dispatch, you just say, hey, I'm advised from my, dispatch. I have dispatch for a reason. Please communicate with my dispatch. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be assholes, which is, mentioning that kind of makes me think of something else. I watch some videos and just, talk with drivers and listen to drivers talk about experiences with brokers and with shippers and receivers and whatnot. And it's amazing how some of these people want to carry themselves with brokers and the customers and whatnot. It's like, oh, I'm a owner-operator. I own my own business. Let me just show you that I'm a man, and I'll whoop your ass if it's not the way I like things to be. I'm going to tell you how to do this shit. Man, it's a business relationship. Just, you have a business, they have a business, you're providing a service, they're providing a service. You want that shit to be cohesive, to mesh well. Now, don't get me wrong, not to say there aren't instances where these people are just flat out assholes, and you shouldn't stand up for yourself. I'm just saying you try to get out of it in the most productive way possible, because now again, if you're a business owner and you're the only guy operating, you don't care what happens to that customer. Obviously, you're not going to affect nobody else but yourself. But like, say you work with a carrier in a company that's got other drivers that are going to go to these customers or deal with these brokers, you need to think about how your actions is going to have a ripple effect on everybody. It ain't just affecting you, Mr. Man, I'm going to demand respect. It's going to affect everybody that's involved. So always be mindful of that, because I've had a situation where a broker, or not a broker, but brokers too, talk in a certain way, or a customer at a shipper, receiver, they get kind of an attitude, and I want to flip on them. But it's like, if I do that again, we may not ever be able to get this load again. We may, the next guy is going to be affected by that, not just me, even though maybe I just don't want to go there. But me personally, I don't know about you, I'm out here to make money. That's not to say you got to suck balls or anything like that to do it, but you do need to know how to handle people. That's part of being a successful business owner, in my opinion, is you need to know how to deal with multiple personalities. And if you don't, you think that, hey, I'm going to deal with people the way I want to deal, because I'm going to get my respect, I doubt your business is going to go very far, unless you just have something that somebody else don't have that they have to have, and that's the only reason that you're succeeding. Other than that, like, be productive, man. Be business-like, man. Operate your business like a business. So anyhow, back to the original thing, which is being efficient with your time and whatnot. Just be there quickly, get there efficiently. The way I've always viewed it is, I'd rather hurry up and get there. Even say it's Friday, my delivery ain't till Monday, I can get there Saturday afternoon. I'm going to get there Saturday afternoon, because I'd rather spend my time that I have knowing that I'm where I need to be, as opposed to still thinking about that drive I still got to make, or the possibility of a breakdown, or you waited till the last minute. It's like, oh, I had plenty of time, it was because of that stupid accident. No, it wasn't because of that accident. And just say, if you have a breakdown, there's a difference breaking down Friday night or Saturday morning as opposed to Sunday late night in the middle of the night, and you got to deliver Monday morning. You got time to correct this issue, and it's not as serious of an issue. So too many things. Just think about worst case scenario and be efficient with your time. Get there, enjoy your time once you're there. Relax then. Figure out what you're going to do then, not along the way. I mean, just that's always just never made sense to me. I get doing it every blue moon. Maybe you're going through a relative's, city or something, and you want to see somebody you haven't seen in forever. I get that, but overall, man, if you want to make money out here, and that's why I mention these things, because obviously you're doing this because you want to make money. Some people that are just doing it to be a tourist, that's fine. This doesn't apply to them, but most of us that are out here, we're out here to make money, and in order to make money, you need to be extremely efficient with your time. It's not about playing. This isn't about, just playing with your toys or something. Now, don't get me wrong. Me personally, even being this way, it's still very enjoyable, because I enjoy making money. That's just what it is. I thoroughly enjoy making money, and I strive to be the best at what I do. So the combination of those things just makes all this enjoyable and just the way I want to operate. And that's one of the problems I see with a lot of owner-operators or just drivers in general that claim to, be having a rough time of it. It's usually something they're doing. I've said this over and over. It's just usually something the driver's doing that isn't making the most of their situation. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, it's, what time is it? It is 1 o'clock Central. Boards have been really sluggish today, which is usually on the weekends, but to be honest, usually Texas, it's funny, if I'm sitting at home or sitting somewhere else and I'm looking at the boards, it seems like there's freaking Houston, Laredo, McAllen, Dallas, all kinds of Texas shit popping up like constantly, and we don't have a unit there. Then when we've got all kinds of units here, like there ain't hardly shit showing up. It's like, Jesus criminy. And the ones that are a bid, and it's just nothing, just no reply. Alright, so I'm going to close this video for now and give you guys an update when I got something to update you with. Wish me luck.